As I record this in my late 30s, I can hand on heart say I've asked myself the question at times of what if I wasn't born? Or what if I wasn't around anymore? And that's come from someone that achieved a lot early on in life at school, was a bit of a standard bearer in their family and friend circle, and was kind of seen as a bit of a golden child. Now, from working on myself, I ascertained the reason I experienced these moments was that I hadn't really fulfilled the master plan or checklist of life that others around me had done and achieved. So things like getting a driving license, finding a partner, starting a family, getting your own property, and that the non-achievement of these things made me feel like I'm not good enough. And furthermore, achievements like learning to play guitar and recording my own music were all well and good, but they weren't on the checklist of life and therefore didn't really count that much. And further life experiences where people openly expressed feelings of hate towards me and then seemingly only talking or communicating with me if I could do something for them, in what I call the dog's body attitude, contributed me to thinking, well, what if I wasn't around anymore? Or why am I really here? So what my coaching process showed me was that I wasn't alone in this, and that by talking about these feelings openly, it was the first courageous step towards acceptance and processing these feelings, because contrary to popular belief, depression, including suicidal thoughts, are perfectly natural for us to feel. Now, the messaging here might be slightly different to what you've heard before, but I want to highlight another seemingly innocuous behaviour we engage in that exacerbates the message of we're not good enough. It was only when I was talking to a dear friend of mine who was talking about taking her own life and contemplating attempting it that I made a big faux pas by saying things like, oh, you shouldn't feel depressed, you've got loads to live for, thinking I was helping her feel better, when I wasn't. And that's not her saying that, that's me saying that. Because what I was doing by saying you shouldn't feel depressed was reinforcing the message that feeling depressed was not acceptable and therefore she wasn't good enough. And similar to how we spoke about anxiety, worry and stress previously, we start that destructive loop where the person already doesn't feel good about themselves and we say they shouldn't feel like that, and they get further depressed because now for them it's not also good enough to feel depressed. So straight away, a big lesson for me here was to be mindful the next time we speak to somebody going through these kind of emotions. It is tempting to be a bit of a white knight and try and solve all their problems with positive thinking and being supportive, because we all mean well, but sometimes if we just listen, that can be a greater help instead. So depression links back to you're not good enough via not achieving enough or living up to expectations of either your own or other people that are too difficult, which creates the question of why am I really here? And also receiving the messaging that feeling depressed is not acceptable. Now, if you want help finding your own path to your inner peace wherever you start from, DM me for more resources and to book your soundboard session.